Jake, you said you wanted the guys to have a go tonight. They did, I guess, but in a way, are you not more pleased that they didn't win easily? They actually had to win when they were put under quite a lot of pressure.
Yeah, Ken, I mean, obviously I'd like it to have been a bit easier at 25-10. Yeah, I thought we played really nicely tonight. I mean, considering we've just flown around the world and, as I said, short turnaround, changed a little bit from what we learned last week. I thought we kicked the ball away too easily last week. This week we kept the ball and built some phases, which I really wanted them to do. But yeah, I mean, Ken, let's never underestimate the fact, that's a good Pumas side. They beat the Lions the other day with a bonus point. They've had probably 3 months to prepare. It's one thing playing these smaller unions, and I'm saying smaller, the ones that aren't involved in the Rainbow Cup and aren't involved in the sort of Northern Hemisphere. They get lots and lots of time to prepare, lots of time to do a pre-season, get some combinations going. So, yeah, I mean, I'm obviously very, very happy that we got that result, and we got 5 points. We're back at home after a long travel, and we had to dig deep, which is also a pleasing thing for me as a Bulls coach.
Jake, if we can start with the injuries perhaps, and Gio, exactly what's wrong and how serious?
Yeah, Jan, I got to say, I feel for him. It doesn't look good. He rushed himself back, and I say rushed himself, not gung-ho rushed himself. He just wanted to get back on the field so badly. He worked hard. He's so dedicated, spent time here, his family in Cape Town. And I lived here, spent every day he could in the gym with the rehab staff, really wanted to be part of the team again. It's just unfortunate when you get Sydney Tobias comes in. He's got, obviously twisted his ankle. I've got Sintu Manjezi out at this stage. I'm trying to get him back on the field. Travis Ishmael's now hurt his shoulder, as you all know, and he hasn't come back, hasn't recovered as well as he'd like. Diego Apollos, one of our centers I was going to use as well, had a finger operation. So, yeah, it's Jan, it's not taking away from Gio. It's just we're sitting in a very, and I knew it was going to happen. We're playing so much rugby, and it's so competitive. And it's week after week after week, and as you can see there, you're playing against a team like the Pumas, and people would think it's an easy fixture, but there are no easy fixtures in South Africa, and week after week we seem to, the attrition rate and the physicality of what's happening in this league is taking its toll on everybody. I'm sure every team is sitting the same, but I can only speak for myself.
Jake, just as a follow-up, I know it's not nice to talk about players' ages and stuff, but at this stage, given his history of injuries, do you think it's time, or there's concern over Gio's future as a player, maybe a different role?
Look, I want to stress that he was always helping me out as a senior player. Our backline with David Creel and Stravino Jacobs and Zak Burger and Keegan Johannes and, the makeup of Duffy Kellerman and JC Nell, who was here, and Marno Sportgieter, was very young. And I realized that I needed an older, wiser guy to come into our team. So he knew it was always a risk for him. I mean, he wanted to be part of it. I don't have to tell you this, he's a fantastic human being, fantastic rugby player. Should have played 100 tests for South Africa. I've been lucky enough to coach him in Japan as well. But it was always a risk, Jan. And if it's finished, it's probably not the ideal way for him to finish. But I will say that, I think that he probably wouldn't have ended like that, but at least the team won. And I know in his heart he's probably just glad that we obviously won the game, and we he's won enough trophies in his life, and he's been successful at the Bulls in the short time he's been here.
Just for clarity, what exactly is the injury?
Well, it's his knee again, yeah. So, he did his ACL. He's gone same knee, so I'm not quite sure. But you can imagine at his age now, the recovery time, and if he's out for another couple of months, the chances of him coming back again, are very slim. And I don't want to be the prophet of doom, but I've been in the change room enough to know, and I've been in the situation enough to know that sometimes it ends like that, and it's not ideal. You want to end, holding the Currie Cup or a trophy above your head and walk away. But sometimes you can't ever write your script the way you want it to be written.
Jake, after the initial stages, Jake, were you a bit concerned because it took a while for the guys to get going, obviously, on what happened last week in the travel, but after about 20 minutes, they really did get into their rhythm and forwards started getting going in the backs as well?
Yeah, Ashfaq, I mean, obviously it was always going to be tough against the Pumas. I know the Pumas sort of game plan, having watched and listened to Jimmy talk, often he lives in Pretoria. They need to start well. They have a sort of team where they feel after 20 minutes, if they're in the game, they get their tails up. So we knew they're going to be a team that comes hard at us for 20. We'd have to work really hard. I think we let them slip in a little bit there when it was 25-10. But again, all credit to them. One has to be proud of the way they stuck to it. I mean, we tired, Ashfaq, and I don't say that we're tired. We are tired. We've flown economy class around the world, back again, played Benetton last week, with all the mishaps we had, lost the game. I expected the players to be flat, as you quite rightly say. But I'm very proud. I think all Bulls supporters and all, we weren't happy last week. We were below par, and we know it. And when you come back and get 5 points at home against a really good team that won last week and got 5 points against the Lions, then you've got to be happy.
Jake, 5 days before you travel to Bloemfontein, it's not getting any easier.
No, it's not, Carl. And then about 7 days and we go into isolation. Sorry, about 3 days we go into isolation. Then about 10 days later, we play the British and Irish Lions, probably their #1 test side. So, yeah, it doesn't get any easier. We know last year we lost to Free State away. So we know how tough it is to play there as well. So, a lot of planning will have to go into the next couple of days about what we're going to do. And as I said, remembering that once we finish the Lions, we're the one team we get a bye in the Currie Cup. The weekend we play the Lions, the British Lions. I mean, it's, again, crazy. We didn't get a bye last week. We had to travel. And then we don't get a bye because with the bye we get, we actually play the Lions. So we play continually right through. If you look at the Sharks, they've had a bye now. The Free State Cheetahs have had a bye in weekends where every other team's been playing. But, those are those are the permutations we're going to have to work through. And as I said, it doesn't get any easier. It's like playing in this in the football league where you play Champions League on a Wednesday and and Premiership on a Saturday, and everyone wants to beat you. So yeah, so let's see what happens, Carl. I'll probably have a bit of an update tomorrow morning on our injuries, and then try and put a team together that we think can get the job done in Bloem.
Okay, final question.
Jake, Chris Smith had a bit of a rough time last weekend. But today he really got stuck in. Obviously, his kicking was faultless, and some of the hands he showed was just superb. How pleased are you with the way he's bounced back tonight?
Yeah, Ken. I mean, I said it to you during the week that I think one of the toughest jobs in South Africa is to wear number 10 jersey in this country, because everyone looks at him as a general. Whether it's Andrew Pollard at Springbok level, or whether it's Chris Smith or Damien Willems, who played 10, or Tim Sweel, who plays 10, Kerwin Bosch. Everyone looks at the general to see how good he is. I thought he had a tough time last week, but I think he bounced back nicely. I think, against a really good, organized Puma side, he looked at times that he was in control. And that's nice for him. He'll get his confidence back. Yeah, so I mean, I am great for him. And I said it during the week, you've got to back players through the difficult times too, Ken. It's easy to back them when you're winning. Sometimes you've got to back them through the difficult times too. When you get a replay like that, you're obviously very happy.
Okay. One more.
Anything else?
All good, my side.
All right, guys. Thank you. Thank you.
Thanks,
a
Jake.
lot.
Well done. Thanks for now.
Hey, thank you.
Thanks.